The Vatican announced this morning that Pope Francis will meet priest sex abuse victims during a weekend visit to Ireland. Cardinal Sean O'Malley of Boston apologized last night for how allegations that disgraced Cardinal Theodore McCarrick was an abuser were not addressed by his office. Only on CBS This Morning, Pastor Boniface Ramsey tells how he repeatedly complained to senior church officials about the retired Archbishop of Washington. Nikki Battiste is covering the clergy abuse scandal. Nikki, good morning.
Good morning. Cardinal O'Malley's admission is all the more startling because he is perhaps the Pope's most trusted advisor on stopping sex abuse. O'Malley says he had no idea someone had complained about McCarrick and that he never saw that letter.
I had the impression that virtually everybody knew about it.
Father Boniface Ramsey says he first heard about Cardinal Theodore McCarrick's disturbing behavior as early as 1986.
Archbishop McCarrick was inviting seminarians to his beach house. There were 5 beds and there were 6 people. Archbishop McCarrick arranged it in such a way that somebody would join him in his bed.
Ramsey, now a pastor in New York City, wrote a letter in June 2015 to Cardinal Sean O'Malley, who had just been appointed by Pope Francis to lead a commission to protect children from sex abuse. Ramsey wrote, "Some of these stories were not presented to me as mere rumors, but were told to me by persons directly involved."
The response that I got was from his secretary, which said that this really does not fall under our jurisdiction.
Cardinal O'Malley said that was a mistake. In retrospect, he said, "I should have seen that letter precisely because it made assertions about the behavior of an archbishop in the church." O'Malley told Norah O'Donnell in 2014 the church took sex abuse complaints seriously.
Certainly the Holy Father is very, very aware of that and very committed to zero tolerance and responding in a proper way.
Yesterday, the Pope once again apologized to survivors. The heart-wrenching pain of these victims, which cries out to heaven, was long ignored, he said. But their outcry was more powerful than all the measures meant to silence it. Greg Burke is a spokesman for the Vatican.
Pope Francis says greater accountability is needed urgently, not only for those who committed these crimes, but also for those who covered them up, which in many cases means bishops.
Father Ramsey told us he brought his concerns about Cardinal McCarrick to the Vatican's attention in 2000, 15 years before he went to O'Malley. McCarrick responded to the allegations, saying he maintains his innocence. Also yesterday, embattled Cardinal Donald Worrell, who was at the center of last week's explosive Pennsylvania grand jury report, met privately in Washington with priests on his Archdiocese advisory group. Worrell was also accused of shielding 32 predatory priests when he was Bishop of Pittsburgh.
So constant, everyday, new shocking allegations. We know the Pope will be meeting with some of these victims this weekend in Ireland.
Yes, that's
and many want questions about what the church is going to do, rather than just voice outrage and concern about it, what steps they're going to take.
Survivors want concrete steps laid out.
Mm-hmm. And this is the latest chapter. They wanted concrete steps long before, too, and they weren't taken.
Nikki, thank you.
Mm-hmm.